In this video, we will be learning how to pitch and strike an 8-man tent. Here's what you need to pitch the tent. Now you'll need to find a suitable patch of ground to pitch the tent. Make sure there's enough space and the area is clear of any rocks, large twigs, or rubbish. Once you've chosen a good location, you're ready to pitch the tent. To begin building the tent, place the ridgepole in the direction you want the tent doors to face. Place the uprights and supporting pole as shown. Next, hammer a brailing peg vertically at both ends of the ridgepole to mark the position for the uprights. As the tent can be quite heavy, carry it with your fellow campers and unfold it between the two uprights. Once done, spread the tent and fly sheet out as shown. Bring the ridgepole to the middle of the tent. Once the ridgepole is in position, place the spike on the upright through the ridgepole and then carefully guide the spike through the grommets provided in the tent. Put the separator on the spike. Then follow by attaching the dolly on top of the fly sheet. After that, untangle the guy lines and lay them on the ground. Return the other half of the tent to its original position, ensuring that the ridgepole is right in the middle. To prepare the positioning of the guy lines, take 3 broad steps from either end of the ridgepole and then turn left and take 3 more. In this position, place a large peg at a 45-degree angle, facing away from the tent door. Do this for the other side as well. Here is a diagram of how you should do the pacing for the entire tent. You should have used 4 pegs in total for the main guy lines. To raise the tent, first coordinate together to raise the uprights till they are vertical. This is done by pulling the main guy lines while using your feet as stoppers and holding the ridgepole up from the other side. Then put the main guy lines over the 4 large pegs that are already in position while the uprights are held up. Tighten the guy lines till the tent can stand on its own. Check that the poles are all vertical and fix it if there is any leaning. For the tent doors, fasten them together using the holes on the tent and pull each loop tight. This will help to ensure you can close the tent once it is pitched. Now, to square the tent, stretch out the corners of the tent and peg a brailing peg through each loop. Once that's done, stretch out the guy lines at the 4 corners of the tent and secure it to the ground with medium pegs. By placing the pegs in this way, the 4 guy lines create equal tension from all sides. To ensure alignment of the side guy lines, tie a twine to the 2 pegs at the corners and use medium pegs to hold the guy lines to the ground. The fly sheet protects the tent from the heat and rain during camping. Take 2 steps from the 2 corner guy line pegs and hammer in 2 large pegs at a 45-degree angle. To ensure alignment of the fly sheet guy lines, tie a twine to the 2 pegs at the corners and use medium pegs to hold the guy lines to the ground. Pull the guy lines tight to lift the fly sheet clear of the tent. Then, cover all the pegs with aluminum foil to enhance its visibility for safety. After that, be sure to open the tent doors and walls. Roll the doors and walls inwards and hold them up using the donkey hitch. And this is how the tent will look like, set up and ready to be used. Now, it's time to strike the tent. Check that the tent, fly sheet and guy lines are absolutely dry. Make sure there is nothing left inside the tent. Remove all brailing pegs from the tent. Start off by removing the guy lines on the fly sheet from the pegs and use the double overhand knot to tie the guy lines. The other campers can help to remove the pegs for the fly sheet and remove the aluminum foil on the pegs at the same time. Make sure to stamp down any holes made from the pegs so as to prevent water from collecting and insects breeding. Repeat the same steps for the tent. with one camper holding one upright in position, loosen the main guy lines and remove the large pegs. Lower the tent by gently letting go of the main guy lines and the uprights, eventually lying on the ground. After the tent is down, remove the dollies, separators, and upright poles. Then, unfold the tent to remove the ridge pole and middle supporting upright pole. Now, to fold the tent and the fly sheet. Firstly, fold the sides of the tent inwards. Then, fold in the tent doors. After that, fold the fly sheet inwards using the seams as a guide. Keeping the guy lines within the tent and fly sheet, the tent should now look like this. Next, fold the tent with the fly sheet into half 3 times like this, squeezing out excess air along the way. Next, fold the tent with the fly sheet towards the center, keeping them compact and flat as you fold. Now the tent and fly sheet is ready to be kept back into the bag. With that, you now have the knowledge of how to pitch and strike a tent. Happy camping!